to discuss this connection between burnout and authenticity. I am not a mental health professional. I am not a psychologist. I am not a counselor. I am not trying to come at this from that angle. I just want to talk about it from my own experience as your big sis. And I'm here to really share what I've learned and things I'm still learning too, for that matter. I think a lot of times we compartmentalize our lives, right? So burnout tends to just be for work. It seems to be you overwork yourself and now there's burnout. But I am wanting to dive into why that happens. So the connection between burnout and authenticity, I think burnout is more than just overworking yourself, overworking your body and being exhausted. I think there are certain things that go into the reason burnout comes up. And it's not just overworking, although that is a really big reason. But what does overworking mean? In some sense, overworking can be that you take on a lot of responsibilities that you aren't actually given anything in return for. Which you say, oh, it's your job, you get paid. But if you think about it, you're paid hourly a lot of the times in some labor-intensive jobs, and you're paid for your time. You're not paid for your labor, which I think is a big trick, because these businesses then will stop paying you if you don't work hard enough. While in your contract, it definitely is just being paid hourly, right? It's not being paid by how much work you do, how much labor you do, how many things you do. Now, if you're paid based on like how many things you sell, that's a different thing. That's a different contract, right? But it's just this idea that we're paid for our labor, when the truth is a lot of us are being paid for our time. So on some level, I think burnout comes from not having equal reciprocity between you and your company, your business, your boss. We are meeting the expectations of a boss or a company for the money. And I think for some of us, it's for the validation that you're doing a good job, that you're doing something worthwhile. And so I think this burnout can happen in any area of your life, not just work, but literally anything that involves self-expression. And what I mean by this is burnout happens, I think, when you're out of alignment with yourself, with who you are, when you are not standing in integrity. Now, there's another disconnect I think happening here. Standing in integrity just means upholding your boundaries and knowing who you are. But I think in this case of burnout, we're absolutely not doing that. We know how to perform, but knowing how to perform at your job, that is posing another issue. Performance means that you are masking the truth that is underlying this. You're not in alignment with your own goals and who you actually are meant to be. So I think burnout can come also when you are people-pleasing and trying to act in a way that you can receive financial gain, external validation, and actually feel like what you're doing is worth it. But what happens, it turns out that it doesn't fulfill you. It doesn't give you what you need. And although sometimes it can give you more financial freedom, oftentimes it doesn't even do that. And we're left depleted. We're left depleted because we actually are not even expressing ourselves in the way that our energy works, or that we personally work as individuals, because we are so stuck trying to fulfill the expectations of external beings, right? So when we do this regularly over time, we're gonna hit burnout, and it's because of this lack of authenticity. Because when you're being fully authentic and standing in your power and your integrity, you're not going to do those people-pleasing things. As you can tell, my video this week is late. And why is that? There's been a lot happening, whether it be from the holidays and trying to organize and fix everything after that, to bad weather and me having a full-time job and just all of that stuff. Kind of creating a timing disconnect with my schedule over here on the beauty Rite. And that's okay. That's all right. I wasn't going to record this topic, actually. I'm gonna be honest with you, this week, because of everything I've been doing, because of all of the fun little holiday get-togethers and all of the weather stuff happening where I've had to not go to work some days and I'm getting out of my routine, ever since Christmas, I feel like I have just been energetically drained, and everything is just continuing to do that. I realized that it's really causing me to need rest. On a very deep level, need deep soul rest. And I am here telling you, as your big sis, if you need rest, you need rest. I'm telling you, it's not an excuse, okay? You're not going to be able to succeed, be able to do what you want, be able to reach your goals, and be able to manifest the life of your dreams if you do not allow yourself rest when it is needed. What I need is for you to listen to me. The things that you are doing, the things that you want in this life, the disconnect here is really that you aren't allowing yourself to be authentically yourself. In my networking video, I don't want it to be misconstrued in any way, shape, or form that you have to pretend to be something else in order to get in other people's good graces, in order to expand your network, in order to get somewhere in life. Absolutely not. What you need to do is be authentic and open to opportunity. Authentically share, authentically express, authentically explain where you're coming from. We're not people pleasing or searching for external validation. There are people that are around you in your network that you don't have to vibe with. And if you don't, then you can move on. You don't have to get your validation from them. You can keep moving. And I think in workplaces and businesses, online, it is really difficult to stand in your power and integrity without allowing those external things to get to you. And what I'm realizing more and more about the beauty Rite, as I keep making more videos, is that I don't think I am serving you what you need or being a good big sister if I am only pushing you the content that is popular and trendy. Because what's actually happening, what I actually need to share with you, is not always going to look like all of these productive hustle culture videos. And let me tell you something about the winter arc. Listen, the holiday season is the worst time to go into your winter arc. What are you talking about? Winter arc, locking in. Can we actually talk about how many people are depressed right now? Can we actually talk about the fact that it is cold? People are unmotivated. There's a lot of not being able to really regenerate our energy after the holiday season. So if you know anything about winter in ancient cultures, winter is a significator of death, right? It's death. It's where everything's dead. There is no movement. There is just rest. It is slow. This is the reason that in a lot of ancient cultures, the new year starts in spring. It doesn't start on January 1st. January 1st is in the middle of winter, friends. So we are meant to nourish our bodies, nourish ourselves, nourish our energy, and rest. This is not just a spiritual concept, guys. This is literally what so many animals are doing. Think of the bear. The bear is hibernating, resting, waiting to come out in the spring at its full power. So we think that what we're going to do is by spring, by summer, we're going to be the best version of ourselves. But that's absolutely not the case, because what happens is on January 1st, we are trying, we are pushing, we are trying to be a different person immediately. We're trying to push towards our goals immediately. What happens is we're going to hit burnout way earlier than we would if we allowed this time for rest and contemplation, thinking, working towards our goals in a way that is sustainable. Sustainability is the future. I feel like I've heard this somewhere. I feel like I've seen this somewhere. This is not just about clothes. This is not just about sustainable products. This is not just about recycling. This is not just about not using plastics. This is a bigger concept than that. Sustainability is the future, because sustainability and sustainable things are the only things that will exist. We keep investing ourselves in things and energy that we cannot maintain. If we are going full force, winter arc, you're going to be burnt out. You're going to be burnt out within the first few months. And the rest of that year is going to be you struggling with your mental health, not taking care of yourself the way you need to, and literally draining yourself of all energy. By next holiday season, you're going to get yourself in a rut if you keep trying to push yourself when you are meant to stay. If you keep trying to push yourself when you are meant to rest, you will not get anywhere. I am very excited to be here with you. I am so excited to share this with you, because you literally are worth more than what all of these YouTube girlies are telling you right now. You are worth so much more. You deserve your rest. You deserve your voice, your expression, who you are. You deserve to share your truth authentically. Have your own energy. Have people respect you for it. And if they don't, that is not right for you. That's not the business for you. That's not the relationship for you. That's not the group of friends for you. That's not the family for you. That's not the opportunity for you. That's not the contract you're supposed to sign. Okay, girly, listen, we're in this together. Right now, go watch my video about what the winter art girlies aren't telling you, because the truth is, if you are neglecting yourself, if you are not actually taking care of yourself how you need to, not just based on the vision in your head, not just based on this goal you have, but how you actually need, what you actually need, how to actually fill your cup. Remember when I was talking about filling your cup? How to actually do that. What actually is needed for you. We are going to give ourselves what we need. This is what we're going to do from now on. I'm going to give you exactly what you need. You're going to listen to me. You're going to see what resonates with you, and then you're going to honor that. You know why? Because this is where we're going. Sustainability. Sustain yourself. And if you are having difficulty sustaining yourself, then there's some things we need to learn. There's some things we need to discuss. All right? So if you want what you need, not just what you want, stick around. Thanks for being here. You're loved, and you're not doing this alone. A lot of us are struggling around this time, especially at this time of the season. And if that's you, stick around. We're full of love here. We're doing this. I'm not just somebody who's trying to be mad. Although in some videos, sometimes I'm gonna act that way, but I'm just your big sister. It's because I love you, kid. Try to have a good day. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.